Well, smack 'em a gob, everybody. It is time for a track by track on Kiss Wednesday from Bjørn-Rune Nilsen. And he wanted me to put Gene Simmons' solo album from 78 versus VINNIE Vincent's Invasion, All System Go, the second album, alright? So I sat through this. Wasn't happy sitting through this. But I gotta say, man, Mark Slaughter is an awesome dude. He's a buddy of mine, a friend of mine. I got his number. We text each other now and then. He's a cool dude. And I may not like this album, but I gotta give a plug to his solo album called Halfway There. I'm telling you, that album kicks ass. It's really, really good. All right, here we go. Radioactive versus Ashes to Ashes. I'm gonna give that one a Gene. I always liked Radioactive. Next, Burning Up with Fever versus Dirty Rhythm. Not a fan of either, but I'm giving that to Dirty Rhythm because Burning Up with Fever is torturous to me. Alright, See It Tonight versus Love Kills. Definitely See It Tonight. I love See It Tonight. That and Radioactive are like the two songs I love on this album. Next, Tunnel of Love versus Naughty Naughty. Neither I liked, but I'm giving that one a Naughty Naughty. Alright, next, True Confessions versus Burn. Actually, I dug the song Burn. So I'm giving it to that. Because I don't like True Confessions. Next, Living in Sin versus Let Freedom Rock. Again, another one for VINNIE Vincent. I'm giving it to Let Freedom Rock. Alright, next, Always Near You, Nowhere to Hide versus That Time of Year. I'm giving it to VINNIE Vincent again, That Time of Year. Not a fan of Always Near You, Nowhere to Hide. Man of a Thousand Faces versus Heavy Pettin'. I'm going with Gene on this one. Not the biggest fan of Man of a Thousand Faces, but it's one of those songs that's kind of, alright, it's better than all these other ones, except for Radioactive and See It Tonight. But, yeah, Man of a Thousand Faces and Mr. Make-Believe is going against Ecstasy, and I feel the same way about Mr. Make-Believe, like I do Man of a Thousand Faces. It's okay, it's better than all the other songs that I don't love on this album. So I'm giving it to that one. Next, See You in Your Dreams versus Deeper and Deeper. Not a fan of either, but See in Your Dreams, I prefer the Rock and Roll Over version, but in this case, I prefer it over Deeper and Deeper. Final track, When You Wish Upon a Star versus Breakout. Breakout's not bad. It's pretty kick-ass, I gotta say. When You Wish Upon a Star, no thank you. Yes, I know it's a special song to Gene, and I know some of you, by the comments I read before, love that song, and that's awesome. Good for you. Bad for me. I don't get to enjoy it. But Bjørn-Rune Nilsen, I enjoy you, brother, and I enjoy your donations. I enjoy doing track by tracks for you. You're awesome, dude. And I want to thank you from the bottom of me heart. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And please like this video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. And ring that little notification bell. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gaba. Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wadzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to Science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.